7 in the evening, and I had to leave it till the next day around 3-4 p.m. So it was actually beyond 12 hours, but it was not up to 24 hours. Now here is the end point. You can see the fat on top of the bucket. I poured what was inside the bath into 2 buckets. You can see the 2 buckets. Now it's time for the cooking. So we have started scooping the oil into the pot. We are going to be scooping a fatty-like substance on top of the sieved water we have done. We are going to be scooping it into the pot. Before I got to this stage, I scooped what was on top of the bath into the bucket, of course with some water, because I was just doing it so that I can reduce the volume of water. Then after doing that, I left this till the next day. I did that one that I poured out of the bath later that night when I came back from service. So we are doing all this so that we can reduce the quantity of water that is going to be remaining. We want only the fat to be cooked in the pot. So as you can see now, I've started scooping the fat into the pot. You are going to try your very best to put in the fat only. You can see the beneath of this water, of this fat rather. You can see that we have water beneath. So we are pouring it into the pot. As soon as I poured in the fat, there was some oils that came up. Those are the oil that's supposed to have formed my cold press if I was interested in cold press. But this video is dedicated, this particular one I'm making is dedicated for the hot press. In subsequent videos in this series, I'll be showing us how we're supposed to go about the cold press. So you can see some oil at the tip of the pot. These oils came out on time because normally when we make production like that, before we start cooking, we'll have seen the cold press, even though it will not be more. I'll be talking more about that in some other series under these videos. But now we are talking about the hot press. I'm almost done with scooping into the pot. Then I'll start using my spoon or my turning stick to turn. Actually, this very day, I couldn't find my turning stick. It is advisable that we use more of turning stick. Turning stick will help us to avoid it from burning on time. Even this is not the normal pot I use. I usually use a bigger one. But unfortunately, there was an incident that made me to lose that other one. I don't have that pot now, so I had to go borrow this one for the purpose of this cooking. So I'm done with scooping. I'm only trying to scoop the latest part of that oil, the uppermost part. And the moment I've done that, I am now going to pour in this water into the bucket. So after scooping the uppermost part of this water, I just poured in the water. This is going for waste. We don't need it. We can pour it where we are doing. So you can see now we are now cooking the coconut oil. You can see how glassy this coconut oil is. It comes like this initially, then after a while it will become. So when you are cooking it, you are going to enjoy. I'm showing us this so that we can see that we have a lot of things to talk about under this series. Everything on this table, I'll be talking about them one after the other. So after the cooking, I already poured the coconut oil into this my stainless cup, and I'm about to measure. I want to measure how many of the oil did we get in that pot. Please don't do any calculation in your mind. Don't anticipate. Just anticipate rather. I will explain how many coconut I eventually used. How did I get those shafts? How did I get the coconut oil? What do I intend to do with all these different ones that I'm putting on this table? So I will advise that you go on with us and that you follow the series. I will also be coming up with live channel or live programs where I will engage with my subscribers to answer their questions and to be able to explain what are we going to do with all these leftovers, the burnt parts, the shafts. There are different kind of shafts now. We have this one that is brownish. We have this one that is whitish. You know, every one of these things on this table has one thing or the other we'll be using them to do. We're also going to be talking about the profit making of coconut oil. See you in my next video.